The Shield versus Shield project commences, and first up, we're looking at sights. I'm Joe Kurtenbach, this is Lock, Stock, and Barrel. Being a subcompact semi-automatic designed for concealed carry, the Shield already had pretty usable sights. They were definitely in the low profile contour, but they were good 3-dot white configuration, pretty much a standard sight configuration for personal defense firearms. The Performance Center model upped the ante a bit by adding tritium to the 3-dot configuration, making them very utilitarian night sights, good for low light conditions. So to upgrade my standard Shield, I turned to Trijicon to use their HD night sights. Now these are a nice 3-dot configuration, but actually instead of a square notch in the rear sight, it uses a round notch. And as well, the 2 dots in the rear, those are just tritium vials. So during normal light conditions, you really don't see them. It gives you kind of a flat black appearance, which is nice. It's kind of a configuration that if you've watched my previous videos, you know I prefer kind of that flat rear sight and that bold front sight. And here again, we have green luminescent paint around the front tritium vial. So it gives you a very bright front sight. Very easy to use, quick on target, and again with that tritium, good in low light conditions. Now it's worth mentioning that the HD night sights from Trijicon do come in at about $165. So for reference, the MSRP on the base model Shield is about $450. Of course, you might find it different prices on the street. Same with the Performance Center, which has a MSRP of about $600. So there's about a $150 price difference just in MSRP between the two models. So you can see that having those tritium night sights on the Performance Center model to begin, that's a pretty good value considering that a good set of aftermarket night sights are going to cost you over $100. So that makes that Performance Center model, a really good value. You kind of get your money's worth just from those night sights. Installation of the sights was pretty straightforward. I used the MGW sight tool. Now this is a armorer grade tool and it's priced as such. It's available from Brownells and it uses a model specific shoe to hold the slide in place during installation. It's a very good tool, but again, it's armorer grade and it's priced as such. Couple considerations when you're pushing these sights out. The rear sights on the Smith & Wesson Shields do have a set screw, so you need to loosen that up or remove it before you can remove the sight. And again, when you replace that rear sight, you need to replace that set screw. As well, when I had that rear sight off, I took the opportunity to replace the striker block and striker block spring, which are housed in a cutout in the slide underneath that rear sight. But we'll get more on that in another video. So overall, installation was very straightforward. Push the old sights out, put the new sights in, and then we took it to the range to check alignment. You really want to check the alignment of newly installed sights with live fire, and of course make adjustments if necessary. Now while on the range, I have to say I really did like the new sights, that flat rear and the bold front sight. It's a good configuration that I really enjoy shooting. As well as lights got a little bit dimmer, that tritium glow. It's a very effective setup. Now, as with any upgrade to a firearm, if you're not comfortable doing the work, consult a qualified gunsmith. And for more on the tritium-powered HD night sights from Trijicon, go to trijicon.com and stay tuned for more Shield versus Shield upgrades here at AmericanRifleman.org.